be a doozy to watch, so let us go ahead and we'll be started here soon. If you aren't familiar with spoiler log, Jay, why don't you go ahead and fill them in on what spoiler log is?
Absolutely. So, it's assumed that most of you know about what a randomizer is, which is where all the items that you collect are randomized, and in this case, the entrances as well. But in a spoiler log tournament, you are actually given the locations of everything first, and you get an hour to try and plan out your route, as opposed to the normal way of playing the randomizer, which is just kind of, you get in and you try to find everything.
With us today, if you've been keeping track of our tournament going on so far, you might know we have 6 different potential presets which we could use. Today we have preset B. What that means is that we have the potential for Triforce charts, big octos, and just some general fun stuff going on. We are going to have 3 dungeons, like normal, and well, we're not going to spoil those for you quite yet.
It looks like we have started up. Let's see where we're gonna go.
I'd be surprised if they don't both go to Windfall.
Windfall is pretty common in most settings just because it has so many checks that don't require any other items.
As you'll notice, Clam here is going right on ahead and heading straight to visit Tingle. And well, Tingle has some very helpful things for us today. Also, quick shout out to Mind of Me for being great and helping us make sure that we're having a quality stream going.
Yes, and as always, thank you to our tracker, Tifa. She is going to be tracking both runners today, so she needs extra kudos.
There we see our first bow for both of our runners. Sorry, our first runner. I wrote down the wrong check in my route. So we're going to see some interesting decisions with money as well during this seed. Because since Triforce charts are allowed, why not need 300 and is it 98 rupees to decipher one? I think it's 398.
Yes, it's
Tanjo,
398.
if you're still here, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Now, it looks like Alex is starting the Killer Bees. That was definitely not something I routed in. So, oh, maybe Linzo instead. Looks like a Linzo play instead, okay. So for those of you who don't know all of our tricks, what Alex is doing here is setting up a trick which we call Door Cancel. So the settings for today, we have 3 dungeons. We are going to have big octos, a Triforce chart location, and also a couple of things just spread out throughout the seas. So you're going to see a lot of travel happening today. With Door Cancel, as you can see, Alex's screen went dark there. But if he can just talk to the right child, his screen will be lit up again. Because he had a cutscene, Cancel the Darkness. And now, you'll get to see, in live action, the trick that is Door Cancel. not as soon as I thought you would see the trick that is door cancel. Clam is continuing to chase down some children as we are engaging in high-stakes hide-and-seek. So for this, they are trying to catch the killer bees to get a little bit more money, it looks like. You know, I think the funniest technique in Wind Waker is using bait on Puppet Ganon 3. But people don't do it, but I think that's the funniest tech.
Sorry, I was pressing the wrong button. But actually, they need to catch the killer bees to get the delivery bag as well.
Oh man, that's quite the statement there. Yes. Thank you for enlightening us there, Exolor. It is good to know that Giant Clam's name is Giant Clam because of his size and species. And Clam has now picked up his delivery bag as well. So, killer bees being good for us today. Making sure we both have some money and have a delivery bag to help us out. Who's winning? Probably me, because y'all have to sit through my jokes for however long this takes.
You know, we'd normally say about an hour, but with this seed, we're gonna see.
Yeah, I think we could be closer to an hour and a half to an hour 45 here. Maybe longer, depending on how execution goes, because some of the tricks they'll need are a little bit, well, tricky.
Yeah, this one's going to be a pretty trick-heavy one if they don't want to spend too much time.
With that said, while we're still hanging out here a little bit longer on Windfall, I'd also like to do a quick shout out to our modding community who has made our fantastic skins for the game, including the Conductor Leap, which we're currently seeing for Alex.
Yes, Wind Waker has a lovely modding community, including a lot of really cool models for Link.
I am personally a fan of Grandma. P.S. We should always save Grandma. Just saying. Slam, if you're here, you are wrong.
Yes, not saving Grandma is bad. It's very bad. It's very mean.
So, what Alex just did was the finishing up of Door Cancel, which we started saying a long time ago. To get that. Also, welcome in, Jay. But I'm kind of glad for Alex because he was struggling to get around with holding on to Door Cancel for as long as he did. But yeah, it does look like it did reset the kids, which is a little sad, but he'll
It is a little sad, but this one is also a pretty long run, so he's going to have a lot of time to make that up.
of course, we have to accidentally talk to Anton, because are you really trying to go fast through Windfall if you do not accidentally talk to Anton?
Of course not. But all the adults in this game think you always want to talk to them at every given moment.
Clam is now looking at paw prints.
We have our first dungeon dip with one of the slower checks of the game that most runners do not like to do, but it's kind of necessary.
Today it sure is. All I can say is I'm glad it's not me.
I definitely agree with you there.
Wait, it looks like he's setting up floor. Oh wait, maybe he's going the other way, but we usually don't go that way without. Well, we'll see.
Unfortunately,
I'm
Clam
not
did
sure
void
he
out
can
there.
do what he's thinking of without the leaf.
I'm pretty sure you can. I think because I've done it accidentally.
Well, I would think he's trying to get to hop across here.
Right.
Because floor 1 skip won't really serve him without bombs.
Yeah, you can get to hop across without the leaf. It's just kind of difficult.
Well, if we want to talk hard execution, this'll be one of those opportunities.
Oof, Clam is not having a good time.
It looks like Clam is deciding to come back later. And I don't blame him, because when he started, I was like, I don't know how to do this. So it's not a trick you see used very often. But
I'm a little
kind of
surprised you didn't decide to do it vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, hop across is... yeah. Is this Clam deciding to do it vanilla?
That is definitely something with this game. When you play the randomizer long enough, you forget that you can do things in a normal way.
And Alex has just picked up his fire and ice arrows. Yeah, exactly. Which is why when I saw him trying to go for that strat, I was like, wouldn't you do it the other way? But if you want an example of how this seed is very interesting, hopefully this start will already give you a general idea of what you can expect.
Don't worry, it gets worse.
And also better at the same time. Well, different
Better
times,
for us,
really.
at least.
There we go. That's a little bit more like what I was expecting. Now, will Alex do what I rooted and go to Mother and Child next? Or will Alex also follow over to Paw Print? Or do something else entirely?
I think he might go to Paw Print as well.
Alex is getting Creeb real quick.
I think he almost forgot.
And Clam getting across to get Triforce Chart 5. For today, we told you they need money, and well, that chart right there is why we need to have it. Clam is now going to mother and child, so like still pretty soon. I feel okay with that.
The real question is whether Clam goes to save Grandma right away, or if this is just a pit stop.
That I don't know. I'm gonna go with pit stop. So
That's an interesting one. Where does that go? I didn't route that one in.
I didn't route that either.
I'm wondering if he's just doing it so that that space is clear for later.
Quite possibly. And Alex is now here in Tachi as well. So with that, although you've seen us just pop in, slight surprise here. Tachi is actually going to be a place we come back to significantly later in the run.
Which is a little bit of every runner's nightmare. Tower of the Gods is not a fast dungeon to have to enter.
I mean, its entrance today wasn't bad at all. And when we actually come back to Tachi, it'll be real fast. Well, as fast as Tachi can be.
Yes, unfortunately, Tachi has quite a few unskippable cutscenes, so it takes quite a while.
But those cutscenes are the same length for everybody, so while it takes time, it's not like it's going to put you at a disadvantage because you can't exactly miss one of those cutscene skips.
That's very true.
Well, checking mail picks up the ghost ship chart. And has learned from Beetle about items on sale for a lot of money. What you're gonna see next here is some pretty nice routing to pick up mail, as well as pick up this chest here. Ta-da! It's the grappling hook.
That one's going to be very important today.
Oh, yes. For lots of reasons.
It's actually very nice to have Ghost Ship chart so early, just because the Ghost Ship has a lot of money, which we're going to need.
Alex now also picking up Triforce Chart 5 for today. And our everyday giant clam is going to be, I think, maybe changing mind, maybe not changing mind. We'll see. I have a couple of ideas what he could be doing, but I want to know more.
I think he might be going for a big octo. Maybe. No.
Okay, he isn't at Cabana, but I would think you would do Cabana with hook shot? Or maybe just passing through. Just passing through, okay. If by a lot you mean potentially twice, yes.
Potentially twice. There is a potential for 3 or 4 times, depending on how they rooted, because this is not a fun, or it's a fun seed, just not a very nice seed.
It'll certainly be very entertaining to see how their brains worked, because I can say wholeheartedly that these runners have more experience as players than I do.
I'm a little surprised that Clam didn't warp to Tower of the Gods to get here to Cabana, but I guess that's just kind of me.
No, I would have also warped to Tower of the Gods instead of Forest Haven.
Oh, this is interesting. Is
I
going to
don't
go
think
get
he has enough arrows. He doesn't. Oh, that feels bad. I think he's too shy.
That's probably why he save scummed.
Safety saving. Always a good idea. Meanwhile, Alex is deciding to climb DRI.
You know, that actually makes sense. Didn't even think about it, but we're gonna need this.
Unfortunately. Clam is getting ready to rodeo round 2 with a big octo.
Unfortunately, with arrows, or with how many arrows that Clam has, there's not a lot of room for error.
Being a bit more careful this time. We shall see, Jay. We shall see. Because my route was, wow, both Mirror and Command are kind of gross. Oh no, what do we want to do? I'm not really sure I like either.
I might be missing something, but I think the mirror shield is required.
Technically, you can command melody it, I think. Alex just slightly off on that, but gonna try again to get that throw just right.
I'm pretty sure you need the mirror shield for the Stelphos Crypt Room, which has bombs, which is necessary for Godin. So I don't think he can skip mirror shield.
Yeah, the skip Alex is doing is a huge pain. Yeah, you can use medley there. It's just meh. But mirror shield
Got
is
it.
also
Yep.
kind of meh this seed.
I forgot that she actually had like a use.
Yikes. That is not the way, Alex. That is not the way. Clam has now picked up an exotic flower. And we'll, I'll be doing something with that pretty soon here. Alex is now heading over to Fire Mountain. Or Alex is moving past Fire Mountain. A quick welcome to Forsaken Fortress from Clam.
Oh, I see what Alex is doing.
Okay, I know, that's nice. And our super shiny Trevor for Clam, which means Clam has the money that he needs. Gonna make his life a lot easier.
When Alex gets the water.
I've definitely picked up water more times than I like to admit. Clam is now gonna be visiting Tingle here real quick. To get a Triforce chart deciphered. Very helpful.
It is interesting to see such a divergence already.
I mean, I thought this was difficult to route. I'm not great, but I still thought there were so many different ways you could go.
There really are. There really was no good way to do it.
We say while Jay's over there secretly plotting and being like, no, this was clearly the best way, you fools.
Yeah, Jay probably already had a 45-minute route he could have done.
Clam is now also with Alex hanging out on Outset for a little bit.
I'm a little surprised that Clam, yeah. You're 100% right, Jay.
Okay.
Clam did not have to do that roll clip.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one. I was like, I'm not sure why you're doing this, but like, okay, you do you. Also, Alex being a good grandson and saving Grandma.
It is always nice when grandma is required because that soup can really save you.
And Clam, close behind Alex's footsteps, also being a good grandson.
First try roll clip, we love to see it.
So Alex has continued to pick up a couple of rupees here or there, whereas Clam decided to try to just get Trevor and go big.
But they're gonna still need a lot more, so it looks like Clam's going for it as well.
All the rupees. Alex is now visiting a great fairy here. And Clam is looking at a bow count. Or sorry, an arrow count of 1. And Alex has now picked up iron boots. Clam looking like he's making sure to have a little bit of some space there. Not a bad idea. And heading over to Ghost Ship.
Unfortunately,
Relying on skulls to give you arrows here is, kinda scary.
I do think there's one that's always guaranteed to have arrows.
Okay.
Why didn't Clam just use the hammer?
Because Clam didn't wanna. And or potentially forgot. Clam has now completed Ghost Ship and is going to claim his prize while Alex claims the Ghost Ship chart.
Looks like Clam is only going to go for the Ghost Ship rupees once.
No bombs in. The easiest void out, at least that I've seen there, takes bombs in these, so.
True.
Speaking of those, we might be getting to see one of them soon. Alex is at Cabana, but I'm not sure what Alex is wanting to do at Cabana with the items that he has. Get arrows. Okay.
I think Alex may have forgotten that he does not have the leaf or hook shot yet.
I mean, if he's wanting to go for the same big octo, having full arrows isn't a bad idea.
That's also true.
And there is our leaf. All of that hubbub to get our leaf today.
Getting the leaf early is definitely a good move on Clam's part, just because there's so many routes that are dependent on using that leaf in this run.
And getting into one of our dungeons today requires leaf. So, it's a bit of a big deal.
Who needs to get into a dungeon?
I mean, it's only a little bit helpful since it has a Triforce shard.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if one of the runners wants to, like, win, but, you know, it's kind of whatever.
And speaking of shards, Clint just picked up his first one from the mail, from Saving Grandma.
And Alex narrowly getting the octo.
That octo has been tight here a couple of times.
And we see our first sword finally.
At 37 minutes in. Clam is now back at Windfall. And I'm not sure. I mean, if you only were a few rupees short, then I guess this is fine, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not the fastest way to get rupees, but I've also seen and done much slower ways of getting rupees.
I mean, one of the things which I learned about during our qualifier races was that you can just, respawn 100 rupee chest if you have the leaf and can get over to it on outset.
Yeah, unfortunately I learned that one the hard way during the qualifiers. But at least our runners are probably smarter than me and won't try to farm mini blins for 6 rupees.
I just learned it from watching. Which is to say, until this tourney, it was something I hadn't seen before, so like, still pretty cool that we got to learn something new. And we're only just starting groups.
Yes, it is always nice to see new things coming up. Well, especially since we haven't really needed rupees in Season 4.
Alex is now spending his time here in Ghost Ship. And Clam is visiting Fire Island. Fire Mountain, not Fire Island.
That means we get to see another dungeon dip.
Shh, don't spoil it for them. I'm kidding, you can spoil it for them.
I was gonna say, we can't spoil things on the spoiler log. Ooh, that's
Clam
unfortunate
having
for Clam.
a couple issues having to restart the climb.
Oof, another miss.
Fire Mountain just not being kind to Clam right now, but you know, once we get inside, our timer's gonna stop. So Clam's gonna have a lot more than like 3 minutes to get it done. And now Alex has also picked up his power bracelets. And welcome to Earth Temple. With that said, I'm gonna double check real quick, scroll back up in Room because if Clam also has green audio, we might switch over to him.
And with Alex, who is going over to another Octo. Ooh, couple misses there. But gotta be a little more careful. Alex over here giving me a heart attack.
I don't see otherwise, so we're gonna see if we can switch. If not, I will change it back to Alex. And welcome to Dungeon Music. Yes, absolutely, Jay. If Clam only had 3 minutes for Earth Temple, that would be super stressful.
Ooh, having to double dip 2 dungeons is not a good feeling.
No, it certainly is not. Oh no. Oh, okay. For a second I thought I did something terribly wrong by switching the audio. Okay. So Clam has picked up some very helpful items now. So with the hook shot, there are now some checks which Clam can make that'll be a lot easier. Which will see some selling around to get some stuff potentially. But right now, we're working on getting storage. Although I am curious where Clam is going to take this storage.
It looks like inside Oasis?
You are right. He does have the items that can help with that now. You are right. I just forgot for a second. In my brain, Clam didn't have grapple skip yet, even though Clam grapple skip doesn't have grappling hook, even though he clearly has grappling hook. So my brain was like, you can't do that yet.
He's doing the grapple skip. He's skipping doing a grapple skip. And it looks like Alex got the boomerang, which is an interesting get.
Yeah. I'm trying to think why you would want that with what we have left. And unless he's more comfortable with breaking Phantom Ganon's bonds, I'm not sure. Puppet Ganon, not Phantom Ganon. Icon word. And a second piece of cheese for Clam.
It is definitely interesting for sure.
Because, I mean, it can help with Octos, but we already fought our Octo. Well, it'll be a question, and if we remember at the end of the race, something we'll be able to ask Alex.
Exactly.
Alex is now paying Tingle a lot of money to get that Triforce chart deciphered. And to steal Tingle's magic words. Tingle, Tingle, Kula Limpa. Map become readable. Just don't tell Tingle I did that.
Don't steal those words.
Clam is now lighting a whole bunch of torches for us, bringing some light into our lives. And
I think
Alex is looking at his route.
I'm guessing he thought he would have another Triforce chart by now, so he's probably checking to see if he missed one on accident.
And that is a Tingle statue for Clam. So Tingle statue-wise, we're now one-on-one, but they are very different places.
It's interesting that Clam skipped getting the one on Dragon Roost then.
It is. We'll see. This is definitely interesting. It looks like Clam might be heading to... Never mind. Clam has changed directions multiple times. I no longer know where Clam is heading to. And Alex is deciding to take on a second big octo. Well, that explains the boomerang.
It does. I believe this one has a Tingle statue under it.
You know, just maybe. Just maybe. Let's see.
And Clam, knowing that, walls are just a suggestion.
Oh, this is a Triforce shard. I just completely managed to miss it. I think when I was routing, I had this in my brain as, oh, wait, no, this is a chart. Nope, I'm just confused. I'm all over confused. Never mind. Pretend I'm not saying things. Or pretend I'm saying the correct things. That would be even better.
Okay, I think I know what he's doing now. Now it makes sense.
Do you want to share how it makes sense? Because I'm still confused.
So it looks like chart 8 has a Tingle statue under it as the sunken treasure. So I think Alex is committing fully to getting all of the Tingle statues to trade to Ankle.
That would explain my confusion. And Clam heading out to boating course, which was what I thought he was doing, but then you changed his direction a lot of times, so I thought he wasn't doing it. But now he is. And by boating course, we do of course mean paw print today. This is not the correct time to be using that. And since Clam picked up the bait bag, that tells me one of the strats we can expect coming up in a hot minute. Or a short minute, I don't really know. There's a lot of routing choices.
Yeah, you definitely had a lot of choices this time around. But I can now see why Alex wanted to have the boomerang for this octo. This would not be a fun one to do with 30 arrows.
Clam now back at the DRI, so maybe now going to be getting the one which we saw Alex get earlier.
No, it looks like we're going for the secret cave.
Clam continuing to prove me wrong. And Alex has just fished up his second Triforce shard. And Clam has now gotten another sword. It's finally starting to have some strength behind it.
It's interesting to see that Clam has 3 of the 4 swords so far, and Alex doesn't have any yet. It just shows how different these routes can be.
Absolutely. Clam is now doing some flying around the island shenanigans. Oh no! Oh no!
Ooh, that's not a good feeling.
Yeah, that was a bit of an out. But, you know, it's okay. Because if Clam can just reach that platform, he'll still be fine since he has to. Alex now picking up some more sunken treasure.
And Alex finally getting his leaf.
It's very helpful. Clam being a little bit less ambitious on fly around this time to make sure that he doesn't run out of magic again.
You know, it's never a bad idea to at least try.
And Alex is looking like he's about to come and visit a fair. a little lost. Welcome in. Yeah, so Alex got double magic a while ago. It's just something to help make sure that he'll be a little more safe with some of the tricks that he's going to be doing, but also it certainly will make Puppet Ganon easier.
Yeah, double magic definitely wasn't something that was out of the way, so I don't blame him for getting that. I think it was actually a pretty good choice.
It's
Yes,
pretty
it
gross.
is.
Climb us out entering Cabana. With this, we're going to see a skip here where we can make this go a lot faster. Assuming the rats get out of the way.
Again, walls are a suggestion. Everyone can just, bang a hammer through a wall, right?
Yeah, totally. No, shoutouts to 1 hour and dipping 2 different dungeons. Just not finishing any of them.
You know it's going to be a long seed when you have to double dip 2 dungeons.
Ha 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 ha. So, Alex's first sword was at an hour. Flame's first sword was at 37 minutes, which is still a really long time without a sword. When we said there was going to be a lot of just going a lot of different places and a lot of traveling, this is what we were talking about, though.
Lots of double dips.
Alex is now also coming over here to Bowden Course.
Unfortunately, Alex having to take a little bit of a longer route because he doesn't have the hook shot.
And Clam is now going to be checking out the top of Headstone. So when he picked up his bait bag, this is where it was like, this is the strat he's using. He could have also picked up storage and climbed it, but that would have been a lot more difficult.
Unfortunately, there's no place to get storage actually on the island, so you would have to get storage in a different quadrant and bring it all the way over.
That said, there are some mad lads who would do it. Just not Clam today. Also, not Alex today.
It is always nice to get early light arrows, because they make quick work of pretty much anything.
Except for Golma.
Yes, except for Goma. Then it's the exact opposite.
it still makes me happy that, like, the first boss of the game in Light Arrows heal it.
You know, somebody had to code that into the game. I always wonder why.
Because why not? Alternatively, maybe they had a Bush Rush idea, and then they started it, so they did that for Goma, and then it got scrapped, and so they didn't bother doing it for the other bosses.
Very possible.
Because, I mean, we know a couple of things got scrapped already, so maybe that was just an extra feature. Who knows?
Including 2 entire dungeons that we have played in other Zelda games, we just don't know which ones.
Yeah, so that's probably a better theory than my theory, but, you know, my theory is slightly more ridiculous, so, Also, Jay, you can be proud of me. I did not steal Tingle's magic words this time.
I'm so proud of you.
I did consider it, though, but I didn't. Tingle has now taken almost all of Clam's money. Very reminiscent of Tingle's Rupee Land.
Hey, those are Tingle's words.
And with that, I'm pretty sure that's Alex's 5th statue. Meanwhile, Clam continues to fight more octaves. No, not the DMCA.
I told you, soup comes in handy. Honestly, you know, that's something Tingle would do. He would just spam YouTube videos for monetization.
And now Alex has turned in the Tingle reward, and you can see that that is, in fact, a shield. Alex now about to pick up a highway pair. And Clam is now halfway for Triforce shards, and 3 of the ones are on bosses that he has left.
I do have to say, I'm a little surprised that neither of them have gone to Dragon Roost Cavern yet.
See, I was considering that because I've had the items for it for a while, but I could also see that them just wanting to clear the overworld so that they can be done and done. Because the entrance to DRC is easy enough to get to with a warp song, so clearing overworld first is a strategy a lot of people like.
That's true, but also they've been to that island a number of times.
I have thought that several times myself.
Lost, you do have a good point. It probably took them a very long time to route this, and they may just not have been able to.
Picking up, though, we might be seeing the play.
Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. As simple as that looked, that's actually a very big skip for Alex.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
definitely saved probably 10 minutes.
And Clam now visiting Ink. Clam now has Mirror Shield and Command Melody, which means that Earth Temple for him will be alright. Alex, of course.
As alright as Earth Temple can be.
Yeah. So, with that, I wouldn't be surprised if Clam chooses to go back to Earth Temple and do Earth Temple before DRC.
It's very possible. Yes, bombs are in a very interesting place in this seed, as with most of the items, so it'll be a nice surprise.
I'm not sure nice is the word I would use.
I mean, it's nice for us.
Yes, it'll absolutely be an emotional surprise. And Alex has just finished shooting down. That's gonna make it a lot faster. Is Alex getting the big key? Or am I just...
Oh,
just
yeah.
wanted the
Yeah, that
small
makes
key.
sense.
Okay. That's an easy small key to get. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, just missed the cycle.
Fortunately for Alex, his spawn point is right next to it.
And he made it real safely that time. Clam is now back in Earth Temple, as I hypothesized. Alex just picked up his third piece of cheese there.
Fun note for people who don't know, Wind Waker speedrunning and Randomizer, you actually can go through any door backwards in DRC as long as you have a key. But if you go through it backwards, it won't actually use it up, so you only need to get one.
Okay, EGL.
Honestly, skipping EGL is pretty hard, so that wasn't too out of the way.
No, I can see that. I can see that for sure. especially depending on how comfortable he is with songstone skips. Clam having some trouble with the climb.
Well, Clam gets to show us just how hard the songstone skip is.
Ow. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about choosing to do that there for Clam, but it is what it is. Depending on how comfy he's feeling, though, it might be worth considering just turning the statue on.
Depending on how this goes for Clam, this could be a big time save for Alex. Though I'm a little surprised he went to go get the boss key, because I know the boss key skip in Dragon Roost Cavern is probably one of the easier ones.
Same. It is a bit surprising.
But it's also fast to just run right through, so...
I slightly forgot that we were about to have boss minute audio switch, but welcome to Goma. So I do have to say, I do like that Goma is that like nice kind of bluey purple or purpley blue, depending on which part you're looking at her. I think that's very fun for Alex today.
That is a very good color. I'm definitely in agreement there. I did want to take a second to give a shout out to Tifa, who is tracking both runners today. So definitely go give her a follow or just say hi to her because she is doing a great job.
She's being fantastic, especially with just how many checks there are today. I feel like Clam is now at the point where I would have just turned the statue on.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to decide when to do that.
I feel like 3 void outs is when I would say, okay, yeah. Alex getting some low hearts here. Oh my.
There we go. Clam gets it.
Oh no, Alex, use your soup. Use your soup. Okay. Everything is fine.
Unfortunately, no soup dupe there, but better than dying.
Always better than dying. And at 1 hour and 20 minutes, we have officially defeated our first boss.
Yes, that should definitely tell you a lot about how this seed is. Ooh, those keys, they can get you in a lot of trouble.
Looks like Clam got by them alright.
Much easier time with the second song, Stone Skip.
Oh boy, is Clam trying to do that thing? I think Clam might be trying to do that thing. It's
Yeah,
real
this one's a really
gross.
interesting one.
So this particularly here is spoiler log, which means it's a little different than our normal Rainbow. But generally, depending on what caliber of player within our tournament, we're usually looking at between an hour to an hour 30 to beat the final boss. So the fact that we just beat our first boss is a little gross. Usually for our first boss, we're looking probably closer to like 35 to 40 minutes. So big difference today.
Oh no, Clam! Clam!
Oh no!
Oh, that just broke my heart.
When did you last save, Clam?
I think that was still the same storage from the first room. So, I think we might see him do it all over again.
Technically, all you need is a grappling hook. You can't kill Goma with just a grappling hook. It's just terrible. But Bow and Leaf are nice. But Leaf is nice for just about everywhere.
Yeah, the leaf is a very broken item in this game.
Alex, however, is now also entering Earth Temple. So we shall see how it goes for him, because it has not been very kind to Clam.
Fortunately or unfortunately, the way you want to look at it, this actually is Alex's first trip to Earth Temple, unlike Clam. Bombs to full clear DRC. I think you only need them for sure. Yeah, for the tingle chest. Jay's already on it. I should have known.
Clearly, you just used the Tingle Tuner, which is totally not banned in this tournament.
The tingle tuner's not like banned. You're just banned from like using it. Which is almost the same thing.
So with this, Alex has really bought into using Medley, but as you'll notice, Alex does not have the mirror shield, which means that he's also gonna have to do the gross skip. Listen, Jay, I did not make the rules, okay? It was not me. It was people who are much better at this game than me, so like, they're probably better at making decisions.
Yeah, that might be a bit of an unfair advantage for those who still held on to their GBA link cables. All right, Clam getting through a little bit quicker the second time.
Come on, Clam. There we go.
Much better.
And Alex chose to just dip and not finish.
That's very interesting.
I think he might be going for mirror shield then.
I suppose that would make sense. Yes, I have heard that Dolphin can connect to GBA emulators, but I heard it's not very nice.
Yeah, no, not a consistent player. Alex, realizing he was about to go to the correct entrance, but figured it out, heading to the right place.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to Tot G by accident.
No, you definitely don't want to go to Tachi by accident. And that is Lamb's first boss down.
Oh, that definitely felt like a blink and you'll miss it boss fight.
But, I mean, we had light arrows, so that certainly helped make it go by faster. Clam looks like he's remembering to not straight up leave. Never mind, I believe my words.
Never mind. It is very interesting that the ET boss is vulnerable to light arrows. I'm wondering if we were originally supposed to get light arrows like before the very end.
Clam now choosing to go to DRC, but like, unless I'm wrong, that means he's gonna have to triple dip ET. Did I look at things wrong?
I'm double checking now, and
No, he's gonna have to triple dip ET. Clam, did you remember the items you need to fight all of your bosses? Because I'm not sure you are.
yeah, that's definitely not one you wanna forget.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Clam pick up the other thing I want him to pick up before leaving.
You know, maybe he's doing some kind of, 5-head play that we just don't understand.
I unfortunately feel like it's more like a I forgot a thing play. Because if he climbs Tot G and then finds out that he cannot finish Tot G, that is a huge time waste. Alex is now also going for Deep Skip. Get
This
on
is
up
probably
in
one of
there.
my favorite uses of chest storage.
Oh, got the
the
rupee.
rupee.
A little too far. Get back in the door. There you go. There we are. Alex officially saying that he doesn't care about keys today.
Well, it looks like the keys care about him, though.
That it does.
All right, and a successful soup dupe for Clam.
And Alex is now only missing 2 Bosch Triforce shards to complete the Triforce. But he does need a couple more swords.
Ooh, that's unfortunate for Clam. I told you, all the adults in this game think you want to talk to them all the time.
I'm starting to think I really should have brought more than one snack for this race. And that will put Clam also at only needing boss shards to complete his Triforce. Just different bosses.
Well, they both still need to beat Tot G.
And they're both still missing an item they need for that.
But where could it be? I don't know.
Clearly not a reason we were just chastising Clam. Clam deciding to pick up the same easy to grab some more key before looking like he might also take a trip backwards to try to make his life a little bit easier.
All right, and it looks like Alex is returning. Maybe not.
It looks like Alex was tricking us into thinking that he was returning to ET. Clam deciding to pick up Earth God's lyric as well. I guess he wants to try and do things that way a little bit for his third trip.
You know, I'm not 100% sure where Clam's head's at with that one. That's something we might have to ask him.
Alex, intentionally or not, running into another big octo? I don't even know at this point with how many big octos we've seen.
You know, I know what's behind this big octo, and I am not sure why he's going for it.
I mean, could have been just accidentally ran into it.
It's possible, but we're probably going to have to ask him about this one too.
Oh, that could be it, Jay. I hope it's not, though, but that could be. Wait, no, he's already been in Tachi. Because he had to go there to get the chart to get the lead. So I have no idea.
Maybe he made the mistake early in the run where he thought that entrances weren't randomized and then forgot to take it out.
Clam is now fighting Goma, but Alex is about to head back in for his second trip to Earth Temple.
I do have to say, I still am a little surprised that he didn't do it all in one run, because I don't think he got anything that would have helped him.
He got the mirror shield.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
Five enemies are just not liking Alex today.
No, in particular, that Fire Mountain.
Hopefully it's not a premonition of what's to come with Godon, since he's technically flying.
Oh yeah, that could spell a little trouble.
So Alex is gonna just turn on the lights in this room, which will make things a bit easier, that's for sure.
Luckily, it doesn't waste that much time to turn on the lights.
I mean, if you fail or are really struggling with the setup, then it can actually just be faster to turn the lights on. So, to open the location where Tower of the Gods is in vanilla, you need to get 3 different pearls. So that can be considered logic if you need to open that location. Also, there are some other checks. Kamali's father can also be something which is given to us from Feyor's pearl. Or, Jay's much more succinct explanation also works. And Clam is coming back for his 3rd trip to ET.
Did Clam get anything that might help this? Or...
Earth God's Lyric.
Oh yeah, I suppose that would help.
Yeah, if there's something in the vanilla Tachi location, yes. Or listen to Jay and not me.
If I remember correctly, their pearls are always listed in the top, but that doesn't mean they actually lead to anything.
Yeah. So we always have progression items and progression checks, but they're not always needed to complete the game, right? So we often have short side quests turned on for most of our settings, but we don't always need every single short side quest.
I think it's kind of like the Earth God's Lyric and the Wind God's Aria. I think they always show up in the top of the spoiler log, no matter whether you need them or not.
Also, logic in this game should be taken with a question mark. I'm really not sure how I feel about the fact that Clam is turning the lights on now.
It's an interesting strategy for sure.
I feel like I don't like it after how much you struggled and had to redo this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what Clam's doing anymore.
Meanwhile, Alex is continuing his descent. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ooh, that is not good.
Unhappy. She's not here, Gov.
Oof, that is rough.
pretty unfortunate. Clam now coming back the other direction, doing all the things that he skipped earlier. Also, Redead really do not need to be any paler than they already naturally are.
Yeah, no matter what color they are, they're still going to be creepy and scare the heck out of me.
Alternatively, I'm okay with the fact that we didn't have Clam's audio on because I do not like hearing their screams.
I'm not sure anybody likes hearing their screams.
The casket killing a keys for Alex to clear his way. Kinda nice.
Oh, this is always a fun strat from Clam. It's a little difficult, but fun.
That was close, but safe, and it worked. And Alex lined up his cascading mirrors there to come into one of our crypts. Now, what is in here? Well, we'll have to defeat some Stealthos to find out. Or, already know because we read the spoiler log.
For all you watchers who didn't read the spoiler log, this is a very fun check.
It's fine, it's fine. It's just why we asked why Clam left. It's the bombs.
Yeah, those definitely could have been a big help a long time ago.
So you had to get this deep into Earth Temple to be able to get the bombs which you need to be able to beat Tachi.
Alex is going for a not so easy roll clip, but also not the worst one out there.
Alternatively, the fact that he has that double magic is super helpful for him. Yeah, this was a challenging seed. Like, I feel for our runners. Like, this is not easy. And why is Alex... Oh, Alex is wanting the big key. Is Alex just not comfortable with big key skips since he's picked up both of them? Might be.
Well, he doesn't have storage right now, so...
Yeah, no, that would also make a lot of sense. And Clam has now finally actually finished ET this time.
I love that safety save.
Yeah, so Alex is one of our newer racers in this tourney, but the fact that he still got to this stage is very exciting. So, if I'm recalling, I think he started only in June or July.
Yeah, he's very new, and he got very good very fast.
Clam has fed our post box and is now awaiting the change of day. To finally complete our sword. Yes, that's right. You could not complete your sword until you completed Earth Temple. When we say today is gross, we mean today's race is gross.
Yes, we're all very proud of Alex. I am shocked. He's already much, much better than I am. And I've been playing since, like, I don't know, March.
Technically, I've only ever actually played one seed, so it doesn't take much to be better than me. Clam has now returned to Tachi to begin his last dungeon. I'm not including Hop Across.
Well, if these runners didn't already hate Hop Across like the rest of us, they do now.
So it looks like Clam is going to go back and do right side skip, which I think is interesting just because he was already on left side. But I mean, if that's what you're more comfy with, like, you do what you know you can do.
Left side skip is a lot harder than right side skip. So, I mean, kind of worth it.
I mean, I get it. I only know how to do right side skip, but I know that left side skip is a thing.
Lost, I've definitely seen that in a number of races. There were a lot of S5 races where Hop Across was pretty much just the last thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure you mean S5.
I mean S4. I promise I know how to English. I mean, I do see the future, but you guys aren't supposed to know that.
Well, I mean, I see a little bit of the future, but that's just because I can see the things I'm about to do, which mainly include switching our audio to Clam since he is the first into the last dungeon.
It is nice to see this, that now that we're getting close to the end, it's a pretty tight race. It always makes it a little more exciting.
But no, this was definitely a challenging seed. Because we're not even done with our third dungeon. And we will not be done with our third dungeon before the 2-hour mark.
I mean, I already applaud these runners for like not giving up, because that's probably what I would have done at this point.
I think with this as well, we also just have to remember the fact that they were also planning for an hour before they started running. So they've been at this for 3 hours almost now. You know, Les, that's probably a good idea. I am really not the best at math.
I don't know. I'm gonna break the rules a little bit, and 1 + 1 is 2. Just so you know. I'm a rule breaker. I'm a rebel.
Oh, then should I also break the rules with 0.99999 equals 1? Which is a terrible thing, and I hate it.
Yeah, there's some math that like just shouldn't be.
I agree. I agree.
Well, Alex just kind of sent that statue to oblivion.
It's okay. The tower decided to give him a new friend. Pretty clean sniping from Clam there. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about Tot G most of the time, so
Ooh, this is what's called the boomer strat from Clam, the old strategy to get across without the command melody. And a good skip from him.
Alex just waited out.
Tachi has not been very nice to our runners today.
I mean, I really just feel for both of them. Like, this was just a lot of challenging and a lot of extra checks that took a bunch of time to get the things you needed.
Well, I mean, honestly, in my mind, neither of them lose because they stuck with it and they did this seed.
And I absolutely imagine both of them could very well be just gonna finish just because it looks like Clam is ahead, but Alex is still pretty close behind, even with how long this has been. Also, yes, absolutely follow our runners because they are doing fantastic and they deserve all of your love with what they are going through today to entertain us.
Oh, Alex fell. But yes, they deserve all the follows for having to go through this.
It looks to me like Alex's gameplay is just showing that he's starting to get a little tired.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Which is to say, I'm pretty sure it's like 2 a.m. for clams, so like, it is late. Like, Clam said that it was cool, but like, I don't think either of our runners thought it was going to be a 2+ hour seed.
No, nobody expected a seed like this. Except maybe Woofer, who rolled it. He might have done this on purpose.
You know, I feel like that's more of like an Artemis thing to do.
True, true.
Hello, Tanjo. What happened here is this has been terrible. Also, hey, Crystal. Yes, 2 hours.
Yeah, this was pretty bad.
We're still trucking. This is their last dungeon.
I have to think, what were some of the worst things in here so we can get them up to speed?
So we had to double dip Tachi because the leaf was hidden underneath a Triforce chart, which we had to come into Tachi to get. Then we had to get the wallet to be able to decipher it. Then we had to go elsewhere to. Then we had to be able to finally get our leaf, which was a lot just for the leaf. Not to mention where everything else was, and we couldn't get bombs until forever because our bombs were in Earth Temple, but we had to get a whole bunch of other things before we were going to go to Earth Temple, and both players doubled up to Earth Temple. Ugh. This has been rough. Like, Alex and Clam have been phenomenal.
Yeah, they really deserve. Oh, deep
They were in
the
Stalfos Crypt
Stalfos
Room
Crypt?
in Earth Temple.
Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't have to like actually route this seed because I definitely wouldn't have finished either.
Yeah, my route was really, really gosh darn rough. Now, to be fair, I also was like 20 minutes late to start routing, but it was still really rough. And I almost forgot power bracelets for Jalhalla again. Yeah, bombs were in basement. And one of our shields was on angle.
Yeah, one of the shields was on the ankle. Where was Command Melody again? Let me look that up.
Bunari.
Yeah, so either way, it was just bad.
And Alex is looking like he's going for the same strat that we saw Clam use. Tanjo, I think that's called All Sanity. getting some snot arrows. Oh, and one of the hands respawned. Gross.
Well, as long as the eye's open before the hand respawns, doesn't matter.
Tangent, this was just really rough, alright? Like, so much running around, and things were not where you could, like, be like, oh, I'll just jump from this island to this island to this island. It was like, nah.
You know what, Tanjo? We're gonna give you this, and I want to see you route it. See how long it takes you.
And then tell me, because I probably won't be able to see it. Because, yeah, like, these two have been fantastic. And I'm so glad I have not been.
Yeah, if this is how the seeds are going to be for this tournament, I'm glad I didn't make it in.
You know, I was thinking that, oh, like, it'll be fine, right? Everything's cool. And I was like, oh, I'll do this, and then I'll eat dinner afterwards. It'll take like an hour and a half, right? Nah.
Yeah, you know, I definitely also thought this was going to be a little bit shorter, but,
I'm
you know, it was also one of those things you never
hungry.
know.
My stomach is telling me it could go for some dinner. The snack I had while routing was a bell pepper, so like, not very strong in the food department. Very tasty, but not very filling.
Tasty, very healthy. We're going to give another shout out for Tifa for still hanging in there.
We're also gonna give another shout out to Mind of Me for sticking with us during the race, which I don't think anyone thought would be this long.
No, and, you know, double shout out to the runners yet again, because this is just something else.
Also, yes, Crystal, I will self-care afterwards. I'm thinking I'll make spaghetti for dinner tonight. And I might eat another bell pepper, because I'm pretty hungry at this point. I might even have a brownie.
All right, so we've got Clam breaking the barrier first, but, you know, Alex isn't far behind, and the spoiler log, you really never know. People die to Ganon in spoiler log.
I do have to say one of the nice things about Touchy today, though, is that we don't have to be thinking about doing a big key skip. Like, Touchy is not nice to have, but not having to big key skip is nice. I mean, I have 9 pieces of brownie. Like, there's a lot, but it is also supposed to be my breakfast for the week. So...
You're not supposed to have brownies for breakfast.
I will eat whatever I want for breakfast. I am an adult. I can do what I want.
I suppose, but we already decided that adults are bad.
Like, oh, listen, if I was more motivated to, like, actually wake up with time to make breakfast, I could totally eat something better than brownies. But, since I like sleep, brownies.
Oh wow, that hand was out for blood for Alex.
It sure what. Clam getting pretty okay RNG there. Oop, just missed
Clam,
swinging that
Clam.
sword, though. And Alex has now defeated his last dungeon and is going to be joining Clam in Hyrule here very soon.
Yes, Clam may have a head start now, but it's not over until Ganon is dead.
I mean, really, there's a Hyrule's difference between them, which is not bad at all. Especially with how long this has been.
Although Clam's getting some good shots in there. He must have been practicing.
Very clean PG1 for Clam.
I think he's just ready to be done.
Yeah, I agree. A little too early for Clam there. Alright, Crypt Shot. Second time. There we go.
Perfect. Honestly, whoever doesn't win is probably still just going to be relieved to be done.
I think Clam's going for it. No. But he went for it, and that was still cool.
You always got to try.
I mean, absolutely. Like, why wouldn't you try? When you have soup, that is. If you don't have soup, I can understand not trying.
All right, and Alex has officially broken the barrier. But Clam has officially beat Puppet Ganon, so who knows?
Getting about a little more than halfway up the road for Clam there.
Yep, you definitely got some good height there. And didn't fall. That's important. Wow, that was a perfect tower climb.
The real question, though, is will Zelda be nice today?
I don't know. I feel like she's been changing sides a lot lately.
Yeah, she hasn't been super consistent lately.
Clam's in a bit of danger.
There we go. Yeah, Zelda was not very nice for a bit there.
No. And we got a GG.
Also, GG Clam. If you want, you can join us up here. And welcome, Lamb.
Oh my god.
So how do you feel about that, Seed Clam?
That wasn't very good.
I mean,
No, that
I
was-
thought you were a trooper, because that was just rough.
I truly don't know what to say, honestly. It just... Everything that probably could have gone wrong did go wrong, and with a half-finished round that didn't even work. It certainly was something, and a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah, it's pretty late for you. Are you gonna be able to hopefully get some sleep soon after this?
Yeah, I'll chill and talk for a bit. It's 20 past 3 in the morning, but
Gross.
I'll talk for a little bit. I'm going to make sure Woofer never ever rolls a seat for me again.
So, one of the things which I wanted to ask both of y'all is just how did you feel about how spread out everything was? Like, they were just not close.
It was bad. I mean, right at the beginning, when I went straight to Tochi, basically, and realized I couldn't do that without Leaf, but then also left and came back realizing I could do that. That's basically what stopped it all. And bombs in the position they were.
Terrible.
And so many different things, like picking up that warp pot. Oh my gosh, my Earth Temple.
Yeah, we did get a bit worried
Yeah.
about you in Earth Temple.
We
I
did.
start losing my mind. I did go insane clinically. And I thought that I would be able to pick up the rock off the pot, so I wouldn't need EGL. I was wrong, and I will know that for next time.
There is a way to do it. It's just
Is
not easy.
Yeah,
It's
But I know how to do
incredibly
it, but I've seen
precise.
people do it.
I'll probably look that up just for next time.
I'm sure someone can hook you up in race strats.
Yeah, I'll find someone. What else was interesting about that scene? I have already deleted my route, so...
I mean, we ended up having Earth Temple 3 times, which... It's like, that was too much Earth Temple.
Absolutely. One Earth Temple sometimes is too much Earth Temple, to be perfectly honest.
It's
Also,
interesting
the
to
fact
have
that you
so
had
much.
to get hookshot to get the other shield if you wanted mirror shield was just disgusting.
Absolutely. And I'm not confident enough with mirror shield skip yet. So I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just go get the shields. It really was incredible. Let me have a quick look through. Getting that second shield really took a lot of time because that's every single Tingle statue. Which
Yeah, and they were not in great places.
were not in good places. The Thorn Sunken Treasure. So top of my to-do list, Earth Temple again. Failing the boss key skip broke me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but when you
we-
went back through the other time, you seemed to go through it pretty quickly, so...
We cried for you a little bit.
Yeah, I cried for me as well, don't worry. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Deku Leaf, Sunken Treasure, was what made it really hard for me to route it. So at about the 59-minute mark, I had finished routing out up until my first entrance to Earth Temple.
Oh my.
To get shot. And then everything else after that was literally just me in any loading zone staring at the spoiler log to try and find something.
Yeah, I feel that.
Hence the messiness, the having to triple, quadruple into dungeons, failing everything. First I thought Stalfos Crypt was what's it called? The mini boss. So I had routed that in my head, and then I was like, hang on a second, no. That's the other one. And at that point I was like, okay, I need the pot, I need medley, I need EGL if I can't open the pot. And then I also found another key in DRC. DRC was messy. Tower of the Gods was actually kind of okay.
Yeah, your Tower of Gods was pretty solid.
Apart from that third statue, Leaf Pump. That didn't fit very well. But yeah, horrible seeds. I'm going to be very upset for a very long time about this. And
I give you permission to give Wolfer some hate.
I am really, really lucky that I even managed to get close to Alex. Or was there routes? Oh, I guess we can talk about it when we come in. Work. But yeah, how fun was it watching this? Obviously, you guys probably expected it to be like hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes.
We talked about how
yeah.
I'm quite hungry.
Did you get something to eat?
I had a snack during routing. I haven't had dinner yet. It's 8:30.
And a
Maybe.
GG for Alex.
I know. I think watching it was interesting, but there were just a lot of moments where we were just like, oh knowing, or like, oh my gosh, like some of the stuff y'all had to do, even when I was trying to route, I completely missed some of the stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I was not the one routing.
Yeah, I didn't fully route this myself, but I went in and, you know, started making notes to see what was going on, and it was just kind of like an, oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Oh no. Yep. Yep, that about sums it up. Yeah. Oh no. If anybody's interested, there's the route that I had. That's all I managed to get. Also, my mishap when I bought the 20 rupee item, because I didn't realize that you could get joy pairs But obviously it's without bombs that they spawn in the third slot in DRI and outset. So that was a surprise. And then I still decided to buy the Triforce chart, which meant I needed another 400 rupees, which I figured a way to get.
Yeah, this was a pretty expensive seed. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm for expensive purchases, but I'm not necessarily for expensive tingle charts. Yeah?
Yeah, I normally ban preset F because combat caves when you don't start with a sword are horrendous. I might change my mind. I thought this seed was phenomenal. I thought this preset even was great, but
This seed in particular
this seed
was
in
not.
particular was fantastic. I've never seen a faster seed. Literally a jet seed, with 2 of the slowest dungeons that you can get. And I dipped into Forsaken Fortress as well, just for that rupee.
You know, I did like you getting Trevor, though. I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was huge Giga Brain, but it was also like 1 o'clock in the morning, so anything could have been huge Giga Brain at that point. Anjo, you know what? You do this.
Anjo
seed.
came in late, and he decided that he has to run this seed without the spoiler log as punishment. For
Anjo
what he's
also
been saying.
came in early, and then I think left, and then came back.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, Lost, sorry, I didn't see your question. I mean, I did post the route, but it was about 1% of the route that I routed out. Maximum. There's no way I routed out any more than that. Ah.
But no, like, your PG1 though was phenomenal for how late it is for you. Like, I cannot imagine sniping that good at 3 in the morning.
I have so much practice in HD that it's almost second nature. I'm so mad I missed those trog shots.
Oh,
They
and it
were-
looks like we have Alex coming to join us in a second.
Oh, here we go.
But no, I thought it was really clean. And
Alex.
GG's Alex.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that seed was awful.
I'm so...
Oh, jeez, my hands hurt after that too.
Do you have your route, Alex? Could you send me it?
I didn't follow it very well.
Do you want to see what I routed out? If you hop into the SpeedGaming
Sure.
3, I have my route in a paste bin.
Alright.
Just post it again. Oh no, clam spamming.
This is a lot neater than mine. It's a lot less lines.
But
Sure, you realize I only got to hookshot and then everything else was on the fly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. Routing
Uh,
was really rough, this one.
yeah.
so I
How
also
far did
want
you
to
get
ask...
in your routing?
So you
I
got
also-
Rainbow Rupee. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I have
How
a
did you-
gigantic brain. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go on.
No, that's okay. How did you feel about everything being so spread out? Because there was literally nothing next to each other for trying to figure this out, Alex.
It was really hard to try and chain things together. I made a bunch of single stop warps, which is not good, but I couldn't find any better way to do it, especially since I was running really low on time. With like 20 minutes left, I had cut out all the tingle statues, and then I realized, wait, I need the last mirror shield. Or I didn't know how to get to the chest with the bombs in it without the last mirror shield. So I frantically had to try and route those in as well, while routing an Earth Temple and finishing up Taji. So it was just a big mess all around, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. I had a couple other questions which we wrote down for you. One of them we realized afterwards was we saw you get the boomerang and we were like, why are you getting the boomerang? Then we realized that there were more big octos than Jay and I originally had in our brains, and we were like, okay, never mind. Boomerang makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think the main one I wanted it for was the Silver Rupee. That was one of the things I had routed in. I was going to get either Ghost Ship at DSI or Bomb Island, depending on whenever I got there, and it just happened to be, I think I got it at DSI this time, so I got the Octo there. Otherwise, if I had gotten it at Bomb Island, I would have gone over to Bird's Peak Rock and then entered Wind Temple to get the chest between the two trees that you plant for a Silver Rupee there. So.
And then I was confused about it, so I wrote it down. You also got the Fire Mountain Big Octo. You look like you were a little
Yeah,
lost.
that
Was
was
that
a
on
mistake.
accident?
I thought Tot G was in Tot G.
Oh, okay. We thought that might have been it, but then you remembered, and so you didn't go out of your way to also get Dents.
Yeah, I made a mistake there.
I'm pretty sure
that's
everyone has
okay.
made this mistake.
Yeah.
You've been at it for like you were at it for like 2 hours at that point, so, well, 3 counting routing, so, it's okay to make a mistake or two.
Yeah.
But GG's for both of you. You were both super persistent and absolutely great jobs.
We are all in awe of your persistence. You definitely did it.
Yep.
We certainly did something.
It took quite a while, and we did something.
When did you get... Sorry, I'm just gonna start asking Alex a couple of questions.
Sure.
Alex, when did you get the skull hammer?
I think I got it decently early on. I want to say around 50 minutes, if I had to say.
Did you have the boomerang at that point?
No, I didn't.
How did you kill it?
I killed it with arrows. It was
Oh, yes!
It was a Private Oasis Octo. So I
Yeah.
just used arrows. I had to refill at Private Oasis.
Wait, did you have a sword at that point?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a sword until pretty late, honestly, I think.
So you got your sword at 37 minutes, Clam, and Alex got his first sword just about an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I thought about doing the skip into Private Oasis, but then I realized I'd have to come back later for other checks, so I was just like, I'll put it off because it's only a sword that's in there.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. That's painful. I sailed all the way to Thorn Ferry to get the sword. I couldn't handle it anymore. How did your Earth Temple go?
Considering I chose not to do the Songstone clip, it went decently well, except for the fact that I dropped Medley in the very last room before the boss room, so I had to re-enter the entire temple there.
Oh no.
But other than that, I was happy with it. I chose to get the mirror shield because I didn't know how to do it.
I did the same. I wasn't ready.
I have too
Even
much
though the Tango
history.
statues were wrong, they were just not correct. They shouldn't. They had no
they
right.
were all over the place. It was
They
awful.
had-
One was behind the Triforce
absolutely.
chart. That sucked.
Yeah. I ended up buying the 20 rupee item by accident, trying to get a Hoi pair. So
Did you
I
have
had
to
to.
decipher that?
Yup.
Ugh, that's rough.
I wonder what it was.
I think it was a heart piece.
I'm assuming
Yeah, it was
you
a
guys
hard
were
piece. I
probably
remember discussing that.
pretty confused when I got that. Just trying to keep you on your toes.
Any other comments that y'all have about our race tonight?
I've got nothing here. That was a really good race. That was close.
I'm
Closer than I
amazed
thought it
at
would
how
be.
close that was.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so then one more time, shouting out to our runners, Alex and Clam. If you have not, give them a follow because they show that they are made of tough stuff tonight. And, of course, a huge shout out to Tifa1234 for tracking for us tonight. This race would not have been possible, at least on the restream side, without her. And, of course, I am them, and Jay is Jay. I believe there are, 3 more matches scheduled for the tournament this week. I think there's one tomorrow, I think there's one Wednesday, I think there's one Saturday. I don't remember the times though, but if you're interested, you can check out our schedule. Oh, more than 3?
Yeah, I've
I
got
haven't checked in
my
a hot
last
second.
3 this week as well. Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
I'm purposefully only looking at 1 week at a time. So, yeah.
Well, we have an action-packed week. 10. We have 10 this week. So.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Commentator's
yeah.
gonna be busy this week. Wow.
Definitely check them out if you can. It's going to be great. There's going to be different presets and different types of things needed for our races, so it is sure to be entertaining and good to watch. Also, one more quick shout out to Mind of Me for sticking with us because this went a long time. And with that, that is goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
And a good night from me.
My hand hurts. Good night.